Datta Sri Guru Datta Jai Guru 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 Datta Sri Guru Datta.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha, Harihi Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Hanumate Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your hosts Rishi Nirvan Barup
and Ravita Singh. Jai Guru Datta, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's program begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude, and this invocation prayer at the sacred feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Pujya Shri Datta Ji, as this program, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Please join his second in command, Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, now in worship.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gururdevo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Bhuyuta Shri Hari Chinnhitabhyam Agastya Rekhadi Bhiranchitabhyam Nigodha Bijakshara Mudritabhyam Namo Namah Sadguru Padukabhyam. Ganapati Gurumekam Satchidanandarupam Vibhudharivahasevyam Yogamargadhirudham Sharanamupagatanam Sanghadrivajram Mama Hridaya Nivasam Bhaktinamro Namami, Bhaktinamro Namami.
Once again, everyone, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to this morning's episode of Datta Arpanam. Today's program is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of Ramlal Educational Institute of number 12 Exchange Lots, Couva, Bellini's Drug Mart Limited of 58 to 60 Sutton Street, San Fernando, Debe Supermart Limited of 182 SS Erin Road, Debe, and Koke Supermart Limited of 14 Naparima Mayaro Road, San Fernando.
Today on Datta Arpanam, ahead of Pujya Datta Ji's scheduled visit to Trinidad in June 2026, you will hear a short story about a true event which took place years ago while Pujya Datta Ji was still in Kesare before moving to Mysuru. And not only that, but we will spend some time looking at the story to see what it can teach us.
No doubt the story will help shed light on the greatness of Pujya Datta Ji. But his life history is not just a story. He has shared these episodes from his past for a reason. The onus is on us to delve into the story
And delve deep within the recesses of our own minds.
Definitely. The onus is on each of us to both look at the story itself and go within and, using these techniques, uncover the message or the lesson which Pujya Datta Ji is sending to us by sharing that story.
So listeners, be sure to stay tuned in to today's episode of Datta Arpanam right here on 103.1 FM. At this stage, you are invited to open the Bhajan Mala app or visit the website www.bhajanmala.com, enter Bhajan ID number 53 and join in devotional singing as we begin today's contemplation with the worship of Lord Ganapati. May that Lord, may He, as the third charanam of this bhajan says, may He dispel the bad in us, cultivate good thoughts in us, create feelings of renunciation in us.
In other words, may we not be attached to any outcomes, including the outcome of today's contemplation.
And may that Lord station Himself within us.
Once again, listeners, the bhajan ID for today's first bhajan is 53. Please join in this offering.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatye Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. వేదాలు నీ స్తోత్ర పాఠాలుగా, శాస్త్రాలు నీ ఇంటి దారులుగా, దేవా పురాణాలు నీ కథలుగా, కావ్యాలు గానాలు నీ కీర్తిగా. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. హే రంభదేవా, హే మంబితాంగ, శ్రీరమ్యగాస శ్రిత పాపనాశ, హే ఏకదంత, హే వక్రతుండ, హే శూర్పకర్ణ, హే లంబతుండ. మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ, నమ్మితిని నినులోన గణనాథ. మమ్మేలు మాలోని చెడులను మాయింపవా, మాలోన సద్బుద్ధి శాంతి మొలిపించవా మాలోన త్యాగం కలిగించవా మాలోన నువ్వు వచ్చి ఉండవా మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ నమ్మితిని నిన్నులోన గణనాథ మమ్మేలు వేదాంత వేద్య వేషాది దూర వేదాంత వేద్య వేషాది దూర హే వికట హే సౌమ్య హే వామన హే వికట హే సౌమ్య హే వామన ఆత్మస్వరూప ఆనంద గోప హే సుముఖ హే కపిల హే బాలక హే సుముఖ హే కపిల హే బాలక మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ నమ్మితిని నిన్నులోన గణనాథ మమ్మేలు మమకార బంధాలు తొలగింపవా మమకార బంధాలు తొలగింపవా ఈ అంధకారం తప్పింపవా నీ వెలుగు మాలోన గుప్పింపవా శ్రీ సచ్చిదానంద మనుసూపవా శ్రీ సచ్చిదానంద మనుసూపవా మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి గణనాథ నమ్మితిని నిన్నులోన గణనాథ మమ్మేలు మా తండ్రి నమ్మితిని నిన్నులోన గణనాథ
The bhajan to which you were just listening was a Telugu Lord Ganapati bhajan composed and rendered by that Lord's namesake and Shashya, the one who was initiated by Lord Ganapati himself, the present-day avatara of the aspect of Lord Datta Arpanam, Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji.
Once again, everyone, welcome to Datta Arpanam, and thank you for tuning in to this morning's Hour of Devotion, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Puja Sri Datta Ji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Earlier you heard that Paramapujya Sri Datta Ji will be arriving in Trinidad soon. On June 23, 2026, he will be arriving and he will be physically staying with us until July 2nd, 2026. And here the phrase physically staying with us was a deliberate choice of words because is there anywhere that Pujya Datta Ji isn't?
As his Ashtotara says, Puja Dattaji is Sri Prabhave, meaning he is the universal Lord. And the Lord is everywhere, isn't he? Just last month we were reminded of this when Narasimha Jayanti was celebrated.
It is not that the reason Lord Narasimha broke out of a concrete pillar was because he wanted to make some grand entrance in front of the demon Hiranyakashipu. No. The reason the Lord emerged from that inanimate or lifeless pillar was because the demon refused to believe when his devout son Prahlada told him that Lord Narayana was everywhere. When the demon, angrily and mockingly, then asked his son if that Lord that he, Prahlada, worshipped was also in that concrete pillar, the Lord proved Prahlada right and rescued Prahlada from his demonic father by bursting out of that concrete pillar.
So everyone, if Puja Dattaji is Prabhave, if he is the universal Lord, and if that universal Lord is everywhere, then while, yes, there is an excitement in the air and eager anticipation of Puja Dattaji's visit, we should never, not for a moment, feel that before he visits or after he leaves, he is not with us. He is always with us.
Again, drawing reference from Pujya Dattaji's Ashtotara, there he is worshipped as Sri Vibhave, meaning he is omnipresent. And what does that word omnipresent mean? It means that there isn't an iota of space in all of creation where Pujya Dattaji isn't present. Like Lord Nrsimha, who showed that the Lord is not only present in living beings but present even in stone, there is nowhere that Pujya Dattaji isn't found.
Only sometimes to see him, we must rely upon not our physical eyes, but our spiritual eyes. At every step, at every juncture in our lives, he is there.
And I cannot tell you how strongly this was felt in preparing today's episode of Datta Arpanam. Before developing the content of today's program, we had an idea of a story which we wanted to share. A story taken from, as you heard earlier, Pujya Dattaji's life history. There was no active thought to speak about Lord Nrsimha today. But now, hearing Lord Nrsimha already mentioned not once but twice, I cannot help but feel Pujya Dattaji's guidance. And why do I say that? Well, stay tuned into Datta Arpanam and you will find out. You will see that although upon first contemplating upon the story you are about to hear, we did not link it to Lord Nrsimha, who is Pujya Dattaji's paternal family's family deity, today's story actually shows a similarity between the actions of Pujya Dattaji and Lord Nrsimha.
And listeners, this reminds us of something we just prayed for in the Ganapati Bhajan. It reminds us of renunciation or giving up any attachment to the fruits of our actions. What does this mean in lay terms? It means that when we do something, we should do it because it is our duty to do it, or it is the right thing to do, the good thing to do, the dharmic thing to do. We should not do it looking for a particular reward or outcome. Actually, let me rephrase that. It is not so much that we should not aim for a particular outcome. That is okay, but let go of any attachment to that outcome.
What this means is, if the outcome you hoped for happens, then great. But if it doesn't happen, then also great. We must practice letting go of our attachment or feelings of entitlement to a particular outcome. Treat all outcomes as divine will. Yes, karma plays a role as well, but the timing of facing that karma, that is divine.
In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 5, Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, Bahuni me vyatitani Janmani tava charjuna Tanyaham veda sarvani Natvam vetha parantapa. Here, the Lord is saying that he has taken avatara many times before coming as Sri Krishna. He is saying that Arjuna has also taken many births before. But while Arjuna does not remember all of his past births, the Lord remembers them all.
Aham Veda Sarvani. By saying these words, by saying that he knows them all, them here referring to our past births, the Lord is not only telling Arjuna and therefore all of us that he is all-knowing, but he is also implying that if he knows all of our past births, then he also knows all of our past actions. He knows all of our past karma, and he also knows in this lifetime how much prarabdha karma we can face. He knows what we are equipped to face.
And everyone, the reason this is important is because it can be a great source of comfort when things feel like they are not going our way. We have no idea of just how much karma we took birth to face. But the Lord, in His infinite compassion, makes us face only some of it. Some of it we face now, and some will be reserved for subsequent births.
So, whatever challenges you face in this lifetime, be thankful that if you adopt the right approach to dealing with it, meaning you do not curse or condemn God or Guru for your karma, but instead face it with surrender and faith, if you adopt the right approach to life's challenges, then how many ever challenges you face in this lifetime, that's that many less reasons why you will have to take another birth.
Wow, usually when sharing a story on Datta Arpanam, we try to tell the story and then look at the lessons learned. But today, we have not even started the story yet, and already important lessons are coming our way. This is the wonder and beauty of Guru Kripa, or the wonder and beauty of Guru's grace, his compassion.
Absolutely. And now, having been reminded of the beauty of Guru's Kripa, let us revel in the beauty of his voice. Please open the Bhajan Mala app or website to Bhajan ID number 992 and join in worshipping the Divine Mother.
ఎవరమ్మా నువ్వు త్రిపురమ్మా చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా ఎవరమ్మా నువ్వు త్రిపురమ్మా చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా ఆది త్రిమూర్తులు చెప్పుతారేమో దత్తాత్రేయులు చెప్పుతారేమో ఆ సంవర్తుడు చెప్పుతాడేమో పరశురాముడు చెప్పుతాడేమో పరశురాముడు చెప్పుతాడేమో ఆది త్రిమూర్తులు చెబుతారేమో, దత్తాత్రేయులు చెబుతారేమో, ఆ సంవర్తుడు చెబుతాడేమో, పరశురాముడు చెబుతాడేమో, పరశురాముడు చెబుతాడేమో. ఎవరమ్మా నువ్వు త్రిపురమ్మా, చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా, చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా. నారద సన్ముని చెప్పుతాడేమో, హరితాయనముని చెప్పుతాడేమో, త్రిపుటి చేతలు చెప్పుతారేమో, సచ్చిదానందులు చెప్పుతారేమో, సచ్చిదానందులు చెప్పుతారేమో. నారద సన్ముని చెప్పుతాడేమో, హరితాయనముని చెప్పుతాడేమో, త్రిపుటి చేతలు చెప్పుతారేమో, సచ్చిదానందులు చెప్పుతారేమో, సచ్చిదానందులు చెప్పుతారేమో. ఎవరమ్మా నువ్వు త్రిపురమ్మా, చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా, చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా. ఎవరమ్మా నువ్వు త్రిపురమ్మా, చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా, చెప్పేవారు ఎవరమ్మా.
Another Telugu bhajan by the Nada Maestro Parama Puja Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Dattaji.
Dhira Shankara Bharanam, the ragam to which that bhajan was set, is one which is very good for helping health issues or diseases of the thigh portion of the body. So that bhajan combines healing energies with Vedanta and an absolutely captivating beat. And you heard it right here on Datta Arpanam. This morning's Sandhya hour of worship is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Dattaji and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Fellini's Drug Mart Limited and Kokie Supermart Limited. Today you were promised a story and now, at last, that story begins. Actually, the story begins in Kesare one Thursday night many years ago.
Pujya Dattaji was staying at the home of Sri Kantaya. Every Thursday evening there would be Divya Nama Sankirtanam or bhajan singing, to put it simply. On the days when there was bhajan singing, the programs would run late into the evenings.
On this particular night, the bhajan session finished at about 10 p.m. When it ended, Pujya Dattaji went inside to rest.
While prasadam was being distributed to the devotees, some youngsters from the colony from Kesari started a scuffle. They complained that the functions at the ashrama were disturbing their sleep.
Some devotees tried to object to the criticism made by the young men, and when they did this, that is when the scuffle ensued.
In those days, all the houses at the colony were built similarly. They had no back door. There was only one way in and out of the houses. Now remember, Pujya Dattaji had gone inside to rest when the bhajan session had ended. So not wanting to see any harm come to him, some of the devotees locked his room from outside. With there being only one entrance to the room, Pujya Dattaji could not come out and get tangled up in this scuffle.
When the door to Pujya Dattaji's room was locked, the youngsters started shouting that the Swami was afraid of them and had decided to hide inside. Holding on to their batons and other weapons, they started shouting and asking for the Swami to come out and face them.
Pujya Dattaji shouted and asked his devotees to open the door and let him out to face the youngsters, but no one took heed of his instruction.
Suddenly, Pujya Dattaji came out through the solid walls of the room, shouting, "Who is the fool who is asking for me and saying that I am hiding?"
Listeners, this is not just some story that has been made up. This is a true account of an actual event that took place. Those satsangs used to be so filled with people that the City Transport Authority actually added special bus services to that ashrama based purely on demand. So when this episode happened, when Pujya Dattaji emerged through the solid walls of his room, there were hundreds of devotees who were still there and who witnessed this miraculous feat.
Among those who witnessed it were the youngsters who had come with a combative approach. Seeing this miracle, they got frightened and some even wet their trousers. Some of them quickly dropped their weapons and ran away, while others asked Pujya Dattaji for his forgiveness. The elders in the colony also asked Pujya Dattaji to forgive the youngsters.
Sri Kantaya begged Pujya Dattaji to calm down and he then took him inside.
Can you imagine that scene? And now you understand why I was blown away by the unexpected appearance of Lord Narasimha in today's contemplation. He burst out of a concrete pillar and Pujya Dattaji emerged through a concrete wall.
And just like Lord Narasimha's form was fierce when he came out of that concrete pillar, Pujya Dattaji's form was also a seemingly angry one when he emerged through that concrete wall.
True. But really and truly, we should not be surprised that contemplating on Pujya Dattaji reminds us of Lord Narasimha and vice versa. Because who is Lord Narasimha? He is, of course, Lord Mahavishnu. And who is the main aspect of Lord Dattatreya? It is again Lord Mahavishnu.
So, if Pujya Dattaji is Lord Datta, and Lord Datta is Mahavishnu, and Mahavishnu is Lord Narasimha, then really there is no difference between Pujya Dattaji and Lord Narasimha. They are one and the same.
Perhaps this oneness of Lords Dattatreya and Narasimha played a role in the sap of the Adumbara plant being the only thing that could soothe the burning Lord Narasimha felt in his fingers after those divine fingers had come into contact with the blood of the demon Hiranyakashipu. Lord Dattatreya is often depicted sitting under an Adumbara tree.
So often our scriptures remind us of a lesson Pujya Dattaji has taught again and again, the lesson of oneness, the lesson of learning to look beyond physical differences, the lesson of seeing the same supreme divinity in everyone.
Think about it this way. What do paratha, sada, roti and dalpuri have in common? They are all rotis made from flour, not so? And is it not possible that from the same bag of flour, a person can make a paratha, a sada roti, and a dal puri? Of course. The same flour is shaped and seasoned by the cook to take on different shapes, different forms, different tastes, and different smells even. Similarly, from that one bag of flour called Atman or soul, the master chef, God, creates rotis in the forms of beings who look, sound, and smell different.
And just like, regardless of how good the roti tastes, it was the same flour in it, so too the real substance within any being we see before us is that same divine soul.
Let us join in worshipping that supremely divine soul now. Let us worship Lord Datta Arpanam, who, by taking on the combined form of Lords Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, just by his physical form, reminds us to look past differences and see all beings as one divine soul. And if every one of us, man, woman, child, animal, fish, bird, tree, if we are all the same, then how could there ever be justification for anger, greed, jealousy, etc.?
Is the right side of your body jealous of the left side? It isn't. Is your right eye angry at your left eye because it didn't see something over on the right side? No. Even our bodies teach us to operate as one single unit. So instead of berating others, getting angry with them, envying them, wanting what they have, let us all learn to work together as one cohesive unit. Let us learn to see each other as extensions of one divine soul, branches of the same tree, and let us learn to love all beings as forms occupied by one divine soul.
Everyone, please open the Bhajan Mala app or website to Bhajan ID number 159 and join in worshipping Lord Datta Arpanam. And let us ponder deeply as we sing, in particular, the final charanam of this bhajan, which says, "In spite of different forms of body, O all-embracing Datta, your quality remains the same. It is Sat, Chit, Ananda, or truth, knowledge, and bliss."
दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् हरे दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् 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 साधु संगमा क्षेमदायकम् साधु संगमा क्षेमदायकम् बोधितागमा स्तोमवैभवम् बोधितागमा स्तोमवैभवम् बोधितागमा स्तोमवैभवम् बोधितागमा स्तोमवैभवम् बोधितागमा स्तोमवैभवम् बोधितागमा स्तोमवैभवम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् हरे दत्तमाश्रये सम्पदम् भक्तितर्पितम् मुक्तिसम्पदम् शक्तिसुन्दरी मोहनाकृतिम् शक्तिसुन्दरी मोहनाकृतिम् हरे शक्तिसुन्दरी मोहनाकृतिम् शक्तिसुन्दरी मोहनाकृतिम् शक्तिसुन्दरी मोहनाकृतिम् शक्तिसुन्दरी मोहनाकृतिम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् हरे दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् वेददीघरम् हृदयवासुरम् वेददीघरम् हृदयवासुरम् वेददीघरम् हृदयवासुरम् वेददीघरम् हृदयवासुरम् सच्चिदानन्ददं सर्वसम्मतं सच्चिदानन्ददं सर्वसम्मतं सच्चिदानन्ददं सर्वसम्मतं सच्चिदानन्ददं सर्वसम्मतं सच्चिदानन्ददं सर्वसम्मतं सच्चिदानन्ददं सर्वसम्मतं हरे दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् 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 दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरुत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम् दत्तमाश्रये सद्गुरोत्तमम्
What a bhajan! Beautiful beyond words. Pujya Dattaji, the one who composed that bhajan, is beautiful beyond words. You were just listening to Pujya Dattaji here on Datta Arpanam. It is through his grace and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited and Kokie Supermart Limited that Datta Arpanam is coming to you this morning on 103.1 FM. In the story you heard a little while ago, you heard that Pujya Dattaji's devotees did not like when persons were speaking ill of their guru or disrespecting their guru. Actually, in Sri Guru Gita, one of the things Lord Shiva said to Mother Parvati about the Guru-Shashya relationship is that if someone abuses one's guru, that person should be stopped from doing so or driven away by the Guru's disciples.
Alternatively, the disciples should leave that place immediately and go somewhere else. Merely listening to the abuse of one's guru is as bad as if one commits that abuse himself.
But Sadguru Deva Pujya Dattaji is so very compassionate that he reassures his devotees. He has said that we should be happy and never be sad. If someone says something bad about Swamiji, he says, don't get upset. 10 to 12 years ago, devotees used to cry for things like that, says Pujya Dattaji. But now they simply ignore such comments. They are happy for the publicity. Even if it is negative, at least that person is talking about Swamiji.
So, says Pujya Dattaji, if some people have wrong notions about me, then give them a deaf ear. Ignore those who criticize me.
But then the question may come, well, why did Pujya Datta ji get angry when the youngsters came to the ashrama and the fight broke out? Well, first of all, Pujya Datta ji never gets angry. He only feigns anger. In other words, he only pretends to be angry so that those witnessing his anger will take heed and learn a lesson.
But for argument's sake, let us say that in the story, Pujya Datta ji was genuinely angry when he emerged from the wall. We should not infer from this that he was angry because person spoke ill of him. He is Lord Datta Treya. Lord Datta Treya is used to being misjudged when he tests us. But Pujya Datta ji is always looking out for his devotees, wanting to protect them. And remember, the youngsters did not only verbally attack Pujya Datta ji, but they also physically attacked Datta ji's devotees. By frightening those youngsters when he emerged from the wall, seemingly angry, he ended that fight, as the youngsters either fled or apologized.
But there is another consideration as well. While Guru descends to earth to dispel our illusions, sometimes how he goes about doing this is by himself wearing a greater illusion. Think about it. Many times if we have a very small thorn stuck in our finger, we will use a bigger thorn to get it out. In other words, we use a needle to extract that small thorn. Similarly, to test and to teach his disciples and to free them of the thorn called illusion, Guru assumes the form of a bigger thorn. He assumes the form of a greater illusion, including appearing to be angry.
So, never assume that Guru is not living by what he preaches. When we do not understand his ways, it is a combination of our own ignorance and his tests.
And while some devotees may wonder how to withstand these tests of Guru, there is no need to worry. We do not have to withstand them. This is because Guru gives the tests, yes, but he also pulls you out of the difficult situation. How? It is because while he tests us, he also equips us to pass the test. All we need to do is to have faith in him.
To such a compassionate one, worship is now offered as we join in chanting Sadguru Stavam.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha. Sadguru Stavaha, Siddhi Buddhi Mahayoga Varaniyo Ganadhipaha, Yasvayam Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham, Yasya Dattatreya Bhavo Bhaktanamaatmadanataha, Suchyate Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham. Yoga Jyotis Samuddiptam Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimhayoh, Advayam Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham. Yoga Vidya Chitrabhanum Chitrabhanu Sharadbhavam, Jnanadam Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham. Ganesha Homer Kadine Nityam Shri Chakra Pujane, Dikshitam Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham. Agastya Muni Sankranta Nana Vaidya Dhurandharam, Bhavagnam Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham. Vadyodancha Divyanama Sankirtana Kalanidhim, Nadabhim Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham. Dattapithadhipam Dharma Rakshanopaya Bandhuram, Satkavim Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham. Vidhuta Bhakta Sammoha Bhavadhutam Jagadgurum, Swashrayam Satchidanandam Sadgurun Tannamamyaham. साधुत्वम् भक्तिमैश्वर्यम् दानं योगमरोगताम् सन्मतिम् ज्ञानमानन्दम् सद्गुरुस्तवतो लभेत्। श्रीगणेशाय नमः। श्रीसरस्वत्यै नमः। श्रीपादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती श्रीगुरुदत्तात्रेयाय नमः।
On that divine note, everyone, today's episode of Datta Arpanam now begins to draw to an end.
Pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Paramapujya Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji and Shri Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swami Ji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance and music, this program would not exist.
Pranams to you, Puja Shri Datta Ji and Shri Swami Ji. Kindly forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's episode of Datta Arpanam, and please guide us to avoid such errors in the future.
Special thanks are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam: Valini's Drug Mart Limited, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. And of course, dear listener, an extra special thank you is extended to you for sharing this devotional hour with us.
If you would like to listen to today's program again, check out the Datta Arpanam Facebook page, where later this week the YouTube link for today's episode will be shared.
Once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. You are invited to please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time for another episode of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji.
Jai Guru Datta.
Shri Guru Datta. Etat phalam Shri Sadguru Charanaravindarpanamastu. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
అంజనమ్మ ముద్దు బిడ్డ ఆంజనేయ అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా అంజనమ్మ ముద్దు బిడ్డ ఆంజనేయ అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా అంజనమ్మ ముద్దు బిడ్డ ఆంజనేయ అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా నారదాది మునులకే నీవు సకుడవు,
నారదాది మునులకే నీవు సఖుడవు,
రామభక్త కోటిలో నీవు ఘనుడవు,
రామభక్త కోటిలో నీవు ఘనుడవు,
ధర్మ మర్మ విధులలో నీవు మేరువు,
ధర్మ మర్మ విధులలో నీవు మేరువు,
ప్రాణదాన దీక్షలో నీవు ప్రభువు,
ప్రాణదాన దీక్షలో నీవు ప్రభువు,
నారదాది మునులకే నీవు సకుడవు,
నారదాది మునులకే నీవు సఖుడవు,
రామభక్త కోటిలో నీవు ఘనుడవు,
రామభక్త కోటిలో నీవు ఘనుడవు,
ధర్మ మర్మ విధులలో నీవు మేరువు,
ధర్మ మర్మ విధులలో నీవు మేరువు,
ప్రాణదాన దీక్షలో నీవు ప్రభువు,
ప్రాణదాన దీక్షలో నీవు ప్రభువు,
ప్రాణదాన దీక్షలో నీవు ప్రభువు. అంజనమ్మ ముద్దు బిడ్డ ఆంజనేయ, అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా,
అంజనమ్మ ముద్దు బిడ్డ ఆంజనేయ, అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా.
పీడలన్ని పాపని పేరు చాలును,
పీడలన్నీ పాపని పేరు చాలును,
లోని తమసులుడు పని రూపు చాలును,
లోని తమసులుడు పని రూపు చాలును,
నీదు పాదమంట నాకేమి చాలును,
నీదు పాదమంట నాకేమి చాలును,
సచిదానందమొక్కటే నాకు చాలును,
సచ్చిదానందమొక్కటే నాకు చాలును,
పీడలన్ని పాపని పేరు చాలును,
పీడలన్నీ పాపని పేరు చాలును,
లోని తమసులుడు పని రూపు చాలును,
లోని తమసులుడు పని రూపు చాలును,
నీదు పాదమంట నాకేమి చాలును,
నీదు పాదమంట నాకేమి చాలును,
సచిదానందమొక్కటే నాకు చాలును,
సచ్చిదానందమొక్కటే నాకు చాలును,
సచిదానందమొక్కటే నాకు చాలును. అంజనమ్మ ముద్దు బిడ్డ ఆంజనేయ, అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా,
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 అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా,
అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా, అంజలించినాడ నన్ను ఆదుకోవయా.
ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. हरिः ॐ तत्सत्